A fond farewell, Chattanooga's beloved violinist Mark Reneau takes his final bow. After an incredible journey spanning decades, the talented violinist Mark Reneau is preparing to say goodbye to Chattanooga, a city that has been his home and stage for so long. This Saturday, he will grace the stage one last time, performing Beethoven's magnificent Missa Solemnis with the Chattanooga Bach Choir, a fitting tribute to a life dedicated to music. Mark, now 69, didn't just stumble into music, he was born into it. Growing up, his mother was a pianist who played for the churches they attended, filling their home with melodies that would shape his future. The very piano from his childhood still occupies a special place in his living room, surrounded by shelves brimming with CDs, a testament to his lifelong passion. It was in third grade that Mark first encountered the violin, thanks to a teacher who brought her instrument to class. When she invited students to try it out, young Mark eagerly raised his hand. "I made some awful racket and just fell in love with it," he recalls with a chuckle. Despite having just quit piano lessons, Mark was determined to pursue the violin. He convinced his parents to let him take lessons, and on February 1, 1964, a date he remembers vividly, he embarked on his musical journey. By the age of 13, his dream of becoming a professional musician was firmly established. "I've never really thought seriously about doing anything else," he reflects. "My dad had several suggestions, of course, none of which included music or the violin." While his father may not have seen music as a viable career, Mark's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. He has played with the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera and the Nashville Symphony since the 1970s, and he served as concertmaster for the Huntsville Symphony for nearly 2 decades. His versatility has allowed him to share the stage with iconic artists like Roberta Flack, Bernadette Peters, Natalie Cole, and Tony Bennett, among many others. Mark's musical adventures have taken him across the United States, performing in festivals from Washington to New York and Colorado. He even ventured internationally to Sofia, Bulgaria, where he participated in a chamber music recital. He vividly recalls the stark contrast of the city, describing it as the poorest of the Soviet bloc countries, with buildings that looked as if they had been bombed. One unforgettable experience was witnessing firewalkers on a mountain outside the city, a sight he humorously notes is not something you typically see on Lookout Mountain unless it's a really good party. As he prepares for his final performance, Mark reflects on the nature of live music. "There are shows that are more fun than others, some that are more earth-shaking emotionally, and some that just leave you floating," he shares. Playing alongside renowned cellist Yo-Yo Ma, he likens the experience to performing with the Dalai Lama, a moment of pure magic. What keeps a musician like Mark going for so many years? "There's always a possibility that you'll get better," he explains. "You don't play the same way you did 40 years ago. Some things improve while others become more challenging. But the desire to play? That never changes." Mark is not just a performer, he is also a dedicated teacher. He took on his first student while still in high school and has since taught countless students, joking that he's unsure of the exact number. Some of his former students have even returned to him with their own children, whom he affectionately calls his grand-students. One of those students, Josh Hauritz, now serves as the associate concertmaster of the Chattanooga Symphony. Josh fondly remembers his time with Mark, who made a point to transition their relationship from teacher-student to colleagues when they reconnected. "He really wanted to make that distinction of, 'You're not my student anymore. You're my colleague,'" Josh recalls, highlighting the special bond they share. As Mark prepares to leave Chattanooga, Josh expresses mixed emotions. "On one hand, I'm excited for him, but on the other, I'll miss him like crazy. There's going to be a huge hole, not just musically but personally as well. He's meant so much to me and the community." Before Mark takes his final bow, he will perform Beethoven's Missa Solemnis with the Bach Choir, an ensemble known for its dedication to early music. Artistic director David Long, who has worked with the choir for 20 years, describes the concert as a showcase of vocal fireworks, emphasizing that Beethoven didn't do anything easy. Mark, who has long served as concertmaster for the Bach Choir, will perform the Benedictus solo, a beautifully lyrical section of the piece. Long believes this is a fitting farewell for Mark as it features a violin solo and is considered one of the great masses of all time. Long had heard of Mark's reputation before meeting him, and after hearing him play, he confirmed that Mark is indeed one of the best violinists in town. He notes that every musician brings their unique personality to their performance, and Mark's interpretation of the Benedictus will leave a lasting impression. As Mark walks out to tune the orchestra for the concert, he anticipates a flood of memories. "It's going to be quite loaded," he admits, but he knows that once he picks up his violin, he will be ready to create one last magical moment for his beloved Chattanooga audience.